Hello everyone, today we'll be taking a look at a hedgehog whose reputation precedes him and also happens to be one of my favorite characters in the Sonic franchise. I'd also like to mention that this was another video requested by Travis Bell. Thank you for the suggestion. Now, this guy had a whole ton of interesting info to comb through, and I had a lot of fun reading through it all to get a better understanding of a character I liked immediately after seeing him for the first time. A regular in the uses of chaos control, welcome to the history of Shadow the Hedgehog. How he was created. Shadow the Hedgehog was created by 4 people. Takashi Iizuka helmed the project, Yuji Ukawa was tasked with drawing the final design, Shiro Maekawa came up with the final design character-wise, and Kazuyuki Hoshino also provided his design work on the character, stating that his famous red stripes were inspired by kabuki makeup. Shadow was made for Sonic Adventure 2 in 2001, due to the team deciding that they wanted to explore the dichotomy of good and evil for the game, with a good couple designs coming and going before they were able to finalize the character. One of the first lines that Maekawa wrote for Shadow was when Sonic first met him, being, aren't you the fake one here? Originally, his name was going to be Terios, which meant reflection of, to symbolize his relationship as Sonic's doppelganger. He was also meant to be a one-off character for the game, but through overwhelming popularity, Yuji Naka was able to add him to Sonic Heroes, which eventually led to his own spin-off game that was inspired by films like Underworld, Constantine, and Terminator, with hopes that the game would lead to further spin-offs with the character. I'd also like to mention the reason for this was massive fan demands for Sonic to wield a gun, so you can thank them for that. Shadow's look. Overall, Shadow's design hasn't really changed in the 20 or so years that he's been around, besides Sonic Boom, where they made him a bit taller, changed his shoes a little, and gave him some hand guards. So I'm just gonna let you all look at some nice art from throughout the games he was in, as well as promotional stuff from the Sega website. Personality. In all reality, you could definitely describe Shadow as an edgy Sonic, especially in the newer games with multiple dams he uses, but in all honesty, he backs up his claims of being the ultimate life form, either through his resolve or his actions, such as when he fights BioLizard, Devil Doom, and Solaris. I mean, he was told this fact from birth by Gerald Robotnik, so I think that it would go to most people's heads. This, combined with the fact that he also saw his best friend die trying to save him, definitely shaped his personality. He was then captured by the military that killed his friend and put in cryostasis for a number of years. We never really get to see his personality before all this happened, but he definitely came out a changed hedgehog, at first wanting to end the world, but decides to save it through the promise he made to Maria. I actually like Shadow's arc in his own game, as in Adventure 2, he seemingly dies but is saved by Eggman while ending up losing his memory. This leads him to learning the full truth of his existence, being next to evil aliens who he decides to completely destroy due to them manipulating him into helping destroy the human race without his knowledge by basically teasing him with information of his past. After destroying them, he finally decides to put his past behind him so he can become his own person. Abilities. For the most part, Shadow has many of the same skills as Sonic, being able to match his extreme speed, massive strength, and acrobatic agility. The real differences come in the forms of Shadow's affinity to the Chaos Emerald, which he believes that only he knows how to make full use of their power. His most well-known use is through Chaos Control, which warps time and space, using this for both large and small-scale effects, such as teleportation over various distances, hiding in distorted space, slowing down time in battle, and distorting space around his fist for extra strength attacks among a couple of other abilities. Two other Chaos abilities he makes use of are Chaos Spear and Chaos Blast, with both being exactly how they sound. The effects of the Spear are either damaging or paralyzing depending on how he wants to use it, while Blast allows him to create a giant explosion of energy around him. One giant thing that solidifies his ultimate lifeform claims are his inhibitor rings, which he is normally seen wearing. When he takes them off, his power multiplies, essentially becoming a walking storm of power that creates an impenetrable barrier around himself. This does have the caveat of tiring him out with prolonged use, however. His Super Shadow form, again, allows him to match Sonic tit for tat, even being able to use a heftier version of Chaos Control that let him teleport the Black Comet all the way back into space. One miscellaneous ability that Shadow also seems to have is Telekinesis, which isn't seen often, apparently using it to move his extreme gear in Sonic Riders. Games he's been in. There's a whole bunch of games to get through, so I'm only going to be saying the names this time around. He was first in Sonic Adventure 2, which has been followed by Sonic Battle, Sonic Heroes, Sega Superstars, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Riders, Sonic 06, Sonic Rivals, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Sonic Rivals 2, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, Sega Superstar Tennis, Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, Sonic and the Black Knight, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic Freeriders, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, Mario and Sonic the London 2012 Olympic Games, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, Sonic Dash, Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games, Sonic Jump Fever, Sonic Runners, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Sonic Runners Adventure, Sonic Forces Speed Battle, Sonic Forces, Sega Heroes, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Racing, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, and somewhere in here should be Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, Shattered Crystal, and Sonic Dash 2, Sonic Boom. Voice actors. There have been a whole bunch of VAs for Shadow through many languages, especially in Sonic Boom, but I'm just going to talk about the English side, which there are 4, and the Japanese side, which there's only been 1. His first English VA was David Humphrey, who has also voiced Jack Keen in Jack Keen, Vlad in Press Start Adventures, and most recently Knuckles in Sonic and Tails R. Ryan Drummond voiced some of the endgame lines in Sonic Adventure 2, with other characters he's been are Michael Quaid in Spy Fiction, Kevin in Illbleed, and Rick in the Mummy video game. His actual second English VA is Jason Griffith, whose voice he has also provided for are Usopp in the 4Kids dub of One Piece, Zephyr in Mission Odyssey, and Lord Darker in Winx Club. His VA from 2010 to now has been Kirk Thornton. Some characters he voiced are Jin in Samurai Champloo, Sayax in Kingdom Hearts, and Kisame in Naruto. His only Japanese VA in the series has been Koji Yusa, with some roles he had being Atticus in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Urataros in Kamen Rider Den-O, and Ironhide in Transformers My Clone Legend. I'm going to quickly name off all the others who voiced him. Benoit Dupont in French, Maurizio Merluzzo in Italian, Riccardo Lombardo in Italian, Claudio Moneta in Italian, Klaus Loktov in German, Manuel Gimeno in Spanish, Anton Sakhanov in Russian, Antti Jakola in Finnish, Carlos Sadie in Brazilian Portuguese, Sen Martinez in Spanish, Zeta Roland in Hungarian, Danielle Raffaelli in Italian, Evan Moore in Hebrew, Fernando Marquez in Latin Spanish, Florian Salahi in Romanian, Pedro Letao in Portuguese, Reginaldo Primo in Brazilian Portuguese, Victor Van Sway in Dutch, and Maciej Kozmala in Polish. Extra info. His relationships with his Dark Team members is a little mixed, as for the most part, he does care about Rouge and E123 Omega, but it's sort of inconsistent. He saves Rouge multiple times and is even sad when they see a deactivated Omega in Sonic 06. Other times, however, they are much less friendly, even fighting each other when they're interfering with each other's goals in the story. His super form began to be mistakenly called Hyperform due to a misprint in the actual strategy guide, mostly causing confusion because Sonic does have a Hyperform. One big reason that Shadow was apparently able to survive his fall to Earth in Sonic Adventure 2 is that, being the ultimate life form, he has an immortal body which is seemingly unable to age, meaning this fall basically just made him forget about his life, a no big deal minor concussion. He also doesn't need to possess a Chaos Emerald to use their abilities, but can draw on their power as long as it's kind of close, though through Shadow the Hedgehog he can use them from many city blocks away. Now, I didn't really go into the comics side of things for Shadow, as the history of that alone is way more bonkers than the mainline series, but I highly suggest looking it up yourself if you want to go down a giant rabbit hole of alternate dimensions and timelines. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.